Hello, MGTOW. Hello, man. This is Howard Dare. Thanks for stopping by. So, sorry, I'm getting started a little late here, but welcome to Where Have All the Good Men Gone? Because this is a common refrain that we hear from women in this day and age. And it means a little bit more than they're letting on. I think we all know that, right? Like the good men, they're not gone, right? The question is, where have all the good women gone? Where have all the even decent women gone? Sorry. So we're going to be looking at that. I'm going to be looking at a very interesting video from a female YouTube content creator who fashions her. This is fascinating, okay? Because I've always wondered why a woman hasn't come into MGTOW and said, right, I'm going to be a relationship coach. I'm going to teach you guys how to get along with modern women. Not PUA. No, not at all, right? Not how to game them, but how to really get along with them and have a good relationship with them. Right? It's like, why hasn't a woman stepped forward? Why hasn't a woman looked at MGTOW and said, you know what? These guys, they need to be able to get this all straightened out. Wouldn't that be great? And, wouldn't it be great for the women too? And I get these women in the comment section from time to time. And they're smart, they're intelligent, they're sympathetic, but they're also, finding fault. And I'm thinking to myself, why don't they step forward, right, and offer their intelligence services? And I've got a theory about that, which I'll get to. I also want to talk about a little bit about Hillary Clinton and how this whole Russia situation is, backfiring and blowing up in her face, which is perfectly fitting, because it's all projection. And I also want to talk about my upcoming video podcast schedule with you guys. So, got a lot to cover. Let me make sure that this is working. And there's a few things that I can only set up with, once I'm live. So you're just going to have to bear with me. I'm sorry about that. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. I appreciate it. And I figure we should be going maybe an hour and a half tops. Although I always say that. Now, what have I got to get set up? Let me see if I can set this up. It's going to mess up the screen here for a second, I believe. There's still some work that needs to be done. Can you guys hear me okay? Are the audio levels okay? Let me see if I can get this set up. There it is. Okay. Good. I think we're good. Now, let me also check on something. Okay. What the hell? Sorry. All right. Still working on the updates to the Super Chat situation. I'm working on custom animations and custom audio, depending, and a rotating schedule of them too. Because I just think it would be pretty cool. And it gives me something to do, that kind of like diverts my attention a little bit. Let me check out what's going on in the chat. Because I really can't set everything up and, read the chat too. It's like I could, but I might hurt myself. I would crash the whole podcast. Chat is slow. Yeah. Thank you, All Day Network. I think so. And that's probably because I'm trying to just run a little bit too much stuff. Okay, no problem. We'll take this music out. I think we will. Son of a bitch. Sorry. Okay. This might help. So let me see what's going on in the chat. Okay. Okay, as long as he's cool, I don't care what he says. NYC Korean MGTOW is here. Feral Child is here. Save the Whales. Because that's how he feels. I know, the music is cool. I appreciate that. Just trying to work on getting the sound levels and everything like that, okay? I'll be honest, you guys are basically like experimental, podcast people. That's just how it is, right? We're trying to get this all worked out. I'm sure in a little while we'll, have it all perfect and everything like that. But of course, you guys will be driven crazy by that time. You'll be completely insane. But from having watched the crazy stuff. But take comfort in the idea of knowing that future podcasts will be great because of your sacrifice. Right? This is the message. I'm joking around, right? But if you'll think about it, this is really the message that the socialist is giving you. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, we're going to take all your earnings. We're going to destroy your opportunities around you. But it's going to be better for other people in the future. And it won't be. You know what I mean? They're just taking the money and throwing it away and wasting it. And they just want to be in charge. They just want to guilt and shame people. Sorry, people. So good news. The Howard Dare Coffee Fund has been restored. And we now have coffee at the Howard Dare channel, which is good because before we only had the tea. And when I say tea, I do mean crumbled up leaves just thrown into the hot water. So now we have coffee again. So I think that the whole energy level of the show, of the channel, will take a step up, right? So I appreciate you guys supporting me in that because a YouTube channel, travels on its stomach. Certainly a MGTOW channel does. Let's see. What else is going on? So the audio is good. We're doing good tonight. You're all welcome. Good sound. Carly Ellison and Pink Lady. I don't mind if women have stuff to say here. I really don't, and I don't mind if people that are not 100% MGTOW have something to say here. I really don't, right? Reaching out to a lot of people. Also, sometimes when we're interacting with people, we're not actually interacting with those people. We're interacting with the people who are watching us interact with those people. So, if a radical feminist is, acting entitled, right? Yeah, you could just, unload on her. You could. But if there's plenty of people watching, better that you should let her expose herself, her argument, and then rationally respond to it, in the proper manner. And not with, the debate or the argument with her in mind, but with the people who are watching in mind. So these exchanges, these encounters are opportunities. They're not challenges, right? It's like if somebody with an IQ of, 75 or 85 is, questioning you, it's not a problem. Don't worry about it. Use it. Use it to talk to the people, that are at that in-between stage. That's how I have to look at it at this level, because I want to step it up to the next level, and you guys are part of that. So remember that, you know what I mean? We're not like a complete isolationist movement, you know what I mean? So just keep that in mind. And also keep in mind, people are trolling you, you know what I mean? They're not trying to get into an argument or a debate with you because they sincerely have these feelings. They're trying to entice you into rage and, arrogant, ignorant action and behavior so that they can then use that as an example of your behavior. So keep that in mind too. Sorry. All right. So let's see. Trim hits. Don't give anybody a hard time. What else is going on? Howard Dare, you are a prolific producer. Thank you, Charles. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you noticing that. Yeah, that's the goal. You know what I mean? This in this day and age, to be recognized even by the YouTube algorithm and by the people, you've got to put out regular content. And I'm sorry that I'm not as consistent as I should be, but I'm working on that. And we really took a big hit, through March and then through August again. March, this whole time, August, I started dealing with some, personal problems over here, helping out an older guy get set up in nursing care home and things like that. And, he's got a bit of a psychological problem in that he won't take care of himself. I mean, he really is kind of like, well, I wish him well. So, I'm still working on that, right? And it really is a man who won't take responsibility for his own health and for his own condition in life. And this is what happens when the man becomes part of a blue pill world, It's more than learned helplessness, it's I really don't know how to characterize it, but it's like a worn out slave, okay? They don't take care of themselves. You know what I mean? It's like that's one of the things that's kind of like been knocked out of them or that they've given up. And it's, it's a hard thing. It's a very hard thing. So I'm still dealing with that all the way from August. Anyway, sorry. I'm just checking some things out. Let's see. So I'm trying to get guests onto the Howard Dare channel, right? Important people to talk so you guys can hear, what's going on. Oh, yeah, I think there's like a huge MGTOW podcast going on, right? So hard for me to gather people here to the Howard Dare channel, right? Which is very upsetting to me. It's very discouraging to me. But here's the thing, okay? I'm not looking for the most people. I'm looking for the most passionate and strongest and most intelligent people, right? I'll take, 100 strong MGTOW that are intelligent, that understand, what we're doing and what we're building over 300, just fanatical, upset, angry guys any day of the week. I mean, I know what's going on in my comment section. You know what I mean? I know how intelligent and thoughtful you guys are. I understand that in any given, that you're playing dumb a lot of the times. You know what I mean? You're just taking it easy. And that's fine. And that's the way it should be, right? And then I know there's a lot of newer guys coming in, and you guys need to take it easy. You don't need to get in fights. You don't need to get into arguments. Certainly not yet. Eventually, a lot of these pieces are going to start to fall in place for you. Anyway, let's get on with this podcast. So who have we got, visiting?
I'm a cybernetic organism, living tissue over a metal endoskeleton.
There you go. Thank you, Arnold. He's a fan. He's a fan of the Howard Dare channel. Always has been. Thanks for your support. Thanks for stopping by. Also, and I want you guys to understand this on an economic level, it's a slow build, okay? I can do things over the course of a 2-year period, all right? And I can make something grow very fast in the first year and a half, okay? And then I'm pretty much stuck. It'll just kind of like taper out. The first 3 quarters, okay? It's not even a year and a half. It's just the first 3 quarters of any sort of cycle, okay? I can make it go much faster and more productively than it's supposed to go. But it'll taper out at 75%. Or I can give it a slow build. And then it'll pretty much go on indefinitely. And eventually, it'll turn a particular type of corner. The growth will go from, just this slower rate to all of a sudden this, highly exponential rate. The hockey stick effect. Slow growth, slow growth, slow growth, boom, exponential growth. But to do that, you have to start out slow. You really do, because it's a brand thing, okay? You can't screw your own brand and then, and overgrow it, and then at the end have this really strong thing. It doesn't work that way. You either have this really strong, quick growth and then this weakness, or you can have this moderate, slow growth and then this strength at the end. It's kind of like pacing yourself in a longer race. And most people, they're not in a longer race. Anyway, sorry, I got sidetracked. So it'll take some time, but eventually.
Now witness the firepower of this fully armed and operational battle station.
So there you go, right? But it's a slow build, and it takes time. Another thing is control, right? So let's say you do have power, but you don't have control, right? It's very sad. It's like, go ahead, hop into a Formula One race car. Go ahead. Right? It's very dangerous. You know what I mean? Starting, stopping, accelerating, keeping it cool. Has to run at 70 miles an hour just to keep cool. At 200 miles an hour, it can literally ride upside down. The downforce is enough, to take it upside down and have it stick to the track, which is something they should start including on the tracks, right? They should have a section in all of the tracks, most of them, along straightaway, which slowly gives them and moves them straight through a loop. And the drivers who can't make it, you just have it set up in a way so that when they do fall out, they just don't fall out onto, the other cars or the track or anything like that. They just kind of like spin out of the whole thing and fly out. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, I'm a fan of Formula One racing. A little bit, or I used to be, before it became rigged. Completely rigged. But they've had ideas of, putting water intentionally on the track, right? Putting sprinklers around the track. Interjecting things like that on purpose. Intentional night races, right? With I guess the idea being that, not quite enough light to get it done. Okay. What else? I'm looking for, this is a video from a YouTube content creator called Amy Young. And as I said, I was talking about earlier, I don't know. I mean, should I get started on this? What the hell? I'm having fun.
Commence primary ignition.
I'm in no rush, right? I don't have anything to worry about. Now I want to see how many people I've got here, right? Because they're probably all over it's some other chat because they're not loyal. No, like I said, it's a question of quality over quantity. No, I'm just wondering if I should get started with the video. You know what I mean? What do you guys think? Okay.
Serving up a solid dose of that female fun-powerment. Fuck you.
All right. So I'm going to warn you guys, all right? I hope you heard what I was talking about earlier. I hope you took it seriously, right? Super Chat is important, and it's working, and it has its own custom sounds. But seriously, I've always wondered why the woman didn't step up. Some of the women didn't step up and say, dating coach for MGTOW, right? Not PUA. But this is, I believe, a dating coach for women who don't understand modern men, okay? So she's actually advertising herself to women. And I'm not running this video to give her a hard time. She puts out some regular content. She's trying to be funny a lot. And I believe that when she's trying to be funny, she's actually expressing a little bit of honesty in what she's saying. So it's kind of interesting. So I just want you to understand where this is coming from, right? Because and I'm going to make this a standard disclaimer on all Howard Dare videos where I, get outside content. Be aware that you are being exposed to a gynocentric message. And even if you're coming at it from a critical point of view, from a MGTOW point of view, you're still exposed to it, right? So it's toxic. So protect yourselves, and I understand if you have to turn away or turn it off for a little while, because I do. So with that in mind, let's see what she has to say about where all the good men have gone, or why all the good men are gone, something along those lines. And here we go.
It's fucking hot. Why did I wear this today? It's springtime, you stupid bitch. Wow! What's up, buttercups? Welcome to Mondays with me, Amy, serving up a solid dose of that female fun-powerment. Fuck yeah! Why is that my new tagline? Is that my new tagline? I think it might be. Question: are there any good guys left? This is something I get asked more than I think I should get asked.
Right, look at these facial expressions, right? She's trying to be funny, right? It's like, well, all the good men, they're still around. They're just running away from her with those facial expressions. All right, continuing.
A lot of us are really worried that all of the good ones are taken, and all that's left is immature, douchey, duty heads who don't know how to treat women, and they don't want relationships, and they just want to fuck around and just do their dude thing, which is fine. Guys can do that, but maybe that's not what we want. We want ace awesome boyfriend material, and we're really scared that they're all gone or spoken for, or they were zapped into the ether by an alien invasion. It could happen.
So she's trying to be funny, but, notice the desperation. And as I said, I think that in her, attempts at humor, she's actually being the most honest. So we'll continue.
So I want to answer this question today. Are there any good men left? If so, how come we can't seem to find them? This is a brilliant question. I'm so excited.
Because they're avoiding her, right? The reason why she can't find good men is because when they see her and they hear her, they're like, I'm out of here.
Excited to answer it. And as part of my answer, I'm going to implement a metaphor in the form of a snack. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's say, for the sake of, produce, that avocados are these really good, awesome, sweet, kind boyfriend material guys. Avocados are the guys that we really, really want. Bananas are every other type of guy. Guys who just don't want the things that we want, and they aren't interested in our feelings or
look at the way she's looking at this banana.
Being really great partners in life, and that's fine. Bananas.
You guys can throw trim hits out if you think it's appropriate, or anybody else for that matter, right? Somebody screws up my chat, throw them out, right? If they're just being a dickhead about shit. If you want to over drown this girl's voice, go ahead and put something in the super chat. I think it'll drown her out a little bit.
Can do their banana thing, but we want avocados. For all intents and purposes, we're gonna say grocery shopping / snack time is the dating process. So picture this, I go to the grocery store and I really want an avocado. But when I walk into the grocery store, all I see are bananas. There's this giant display right at the front as far.
When she says bananas, she's thinking dicks. I'm sorry, I'm just saying it, right? Okay, moving on.
As far as the eye can see, and I get distracted, and I think, a banana doesn't look so bad. A banana's right here, it's right in front, it's available to me. Maybe they're on special that week, who the fuck knows? And I think, I think I'm gonna get a banana. So then I get home and it's snack time, chowing down on my banana, and I realize, oh my God, I went to the grocery store for an avocado. This isn't what I want. I wanted an avocado. How did I end up with this banana?
And she's talking about, the guy that she went home with. This is a metaphor. So, she's saying she's gone home with this guy, and she didn't really want this quality of guy, because this is a banana quality guy, which, I think should satisfy her. Certainly, I think a banana would be more satisfying than an avocado, right? I don't know why she picked, I think she should have picked them the other way around, to be honest with you. But it's her video, right? She's the one in charge there. Okay, moving on. Hey, Grizzly MGTOW is here. Thanks for stopping by. Everybody check out Grizzly MGTOW's channel. Check out his Saturday morning podcasts, okay? Really looking sharp, learning a lot, from him and watching, how he's doing things. So check that out. Thanks for stopping by, Grizzly. Okay, moving on with the crazy bitch, right? But she's trying to be funny, so it's cool.
Back to the grocery store, and I'm like, okay, eyes on the prize. I want an avocado. I know that. I've eaten enough bananas. I'm ready for an avocado. But fuck, would you know what happens? I get distracted again. There's this beautiful banana display, and they're all so right there in front of me. And I don't want to do work. I don't want to have to look around the grocery store. I don't want to go up and down the aisles or ask somebody, hey, have you seen an avocado lately? So I settle for the banana because it's there and it doesn't look that bad. And maybe on some level I think, oh, it looks like a banana, but maybe inside when I unpeel it, it'll be an avocado. We do that. We do that a lot.
So what she's saying there, is that she takes, the guy that she considers to be like a low-level, worthless guy with the hopes that, the frog and the prince syndrome, that after she gives him, a kiss, right, because that's how we say it here on the Howard Dare channel with, colloquialisms. So, after, that he'll turn into a prince, but he doesn't. He's still just a frog. And, I saw a real cool frog wearing a goblin's hat. And, he was like a Halloween decoration. And I thought, that's pretty cool. Okay. A lot of frog symbolism hanging around lately. Excellent. Thank you, Papa MGTOW. I appreciate that. Look at the color, too. Yeah. Look at that color. Badass. Bro, can you turn this horse volume down a bit, please? Yeah, I can. Thanks for the feedback. I need to know. I'm not really able to monitor my voice with all of that. Lionel, thank you, man. Yeah, look at these colors. These are nice colors coming out on this chat. But this is getting a little too big on it. Thank you, NYC Korean MGTOW. Can I move that? Yeah, let's move that too. Okay, yeah, bring her volume down a little bit. Sorry. Okay, let's try this. JS, thanks for the support. Remember, the safe word is banana. Yeah. Yeah. Well, she means dicks, but, she's saying bananas because she's trying to keep it family friendly.
And I go home, I'm eating the banana, and I'm like, fuck, I did it again. This isn't an avocado. I know I want an avocado. And here's the upsetting part. If I do this enough, I will actually start to believe that avocados do not exist. Because I don't see them. Every time I go to the grocery store, I end up with these guys.
No, avocados don't exist for you. If avocados are good men and you act like this, then they don't exist for you. They see you and they see, the expressions and they run. But still, I think that the good men should have been represented by bananas, right? Not by avocados. This is just my opinion.
But why is that? Well, I'm not exactly looking very hard, am I? I'm not being patient. I am losing faith very quickly every time I go to the grocery store and settling for whatever the fuck is right in front of me instead of knowing I want an avocado, so I'm not leaving this grocery store until I find an avocado, even if it means I have to spend a little more time or do a little more digging and not get distracted by the fucking bananas.
So it's like she's shopping for a man. It's like a man is, something that she can buy. As if virtue is something that you can buy from someone else. You know what I mean? Like she wants the respect of a good man. And it's like, no, it doesn't work that way. You know? You can't buy that, right? But the women don't understand, okay? And this is the way they look at it. Where have all the good men gone? It's like there's plenty of good men. The good men just don't want anything to do with women like that. Alexander the OK. She regretted eating the banana, and now it is in jail. Yeah, now it is in jail. And she's waiting for it to get out, you know, so that she can eat it again, right? Besides, though, you can't even... She's looking at it the wrong way. You know what I mean? She can't buy a man. And you can't get, like, a good, virtuous man by acting, you know, like a crazy bitch. And I'm not, you know, calling her a crazy bitch. I'm just saying that the women act all demanding and entitled, and they look down on the men. You know, they don't respect the men. They're hypergamous. So why would a good man want to hang around? You know what I mean? What do they think a good man is? They think a good man is a man that, you know, will go along with all their bullshit. That's what they think he is. You know, will go along with all their emotions and all their demands. That's what a good man is, right? And he has all this money that he's going to just give to her. In other words, they want to be swept off their feet and taken care of. They want to be little princesses, you know, and that's their expectation of men. And they're not even acting like adults. You know what I mean? They're crazy. Okay, continuing on.
That are laid out right up front. You with me? So what does this mean for us? We have to get really good at recognizing bananas and recognizing avocados and knowing the difference and not getting them confused and not just taking this guy home because, oh hell, I don't know, what if I never...
Thank you, Lionel. Just a little more money for your channel, Howard. Love your vids. Keep up the good work, man. Yeah, that's what we're doing here. You know, this money is going back in to support the Howard Dare channel, build up the Howard Dare channel, spread the MGTOW message, you know. So I appreciate the support, everybody. I really do. Joe Buddy, the dumb cunt gets bananas because she's a slut. She's admitted that the bananas are a metaphor for dicks. You know what I mean? She's admitted that she's walking around and she's seeing all these wonderful displays of bananas, right? And she can't resist them. It's bullshit. She just wants them. Well, you know, she just wants to exchange sexuality for the resources and for the attention, you know, and it slowly slips away over time, you know, from the young woman. So let's continue.
Avocado, what if they really don't exist? What if they're somewhere far away from here? I mean, we see other people with avocados, don't we?
She sees other women with good men, doesn't she? I don't know. She imagines that she does, right? The women imagine that these other men, you know, these other women have good men. But if they act like entitled princess bitches, why should they? You know what I mean? So what is it that she thinks a good man is? Check out my recent video, Is MGTOW Good for Women? Because I believe that MGTOW is the last best hope to save Western civilization. I believe that MGTOW is the only way for a man to go, for a person to go, to be honest with you. You don't go along with a bad deal once you recognize it. You know, you get yourself into a position of independence where other people can't control you and manipulate you. You know, that's empowerment. That's, you know, self-reliance. That's freedom. Okay. Continuing on.
He's making guacamole. That's all I'm saying. So they have to exist. They have to be out there somewhere. We're just not looking in the right way. And we're not being patient. And we're also fucking desperate and eager for a snack that we're like, oh, okay, banana, that's going to work for me. It's not going to work for you.
She means easy dick when she says banana. Okay, sorry. Sorry. Okay, I just keep reminding everybody of that one. Wait a minute. Okay, what's this? Norse Gamer says, Howard Dare, I am hosting a competition for a new updated MGTOW symbol, $200 to the winner of the competition. Only requirement is a battle-worn, tattered look. Okay, so there you go, right? So if you're, interested in doing that, by all means, contact Norse Gamer for the competition. Okay, continuing on. Thanks for all the super chats, everybody. I appreciate it. Keeping the Howard Dare channel strong. If you support the Howard Dare channel, and if you want to see the Howard Dare channel do more stuff like this, show your support. And then I'll be in a position to do so. And I like doing it, so keep going.
If you want an avocado, a banana is never gonna do it for you. So you need to put down the bananas, you need to go back to the grocery store, and you need to look for these guys, okay? When it comes to grocery shopping, and guys, you have to be really particular about your produce. And you need to take your time, and you need to know what you're looking for, and you need to have a strong sense of faith and deserving worthiness that says, I know what I want, and I'm not leaving with anything else. And thank you for the offer on the 2-for-1 bananas today, but that's just not really my style. Do you have a gal pal who needs an invitation?
But it is her style. That's what she's saying. She's saying she can't resist the bananas. She's saying every time she goes out looking for an avocado, which we think that means a good guy, she ends up with a banana, right? And that just means with, a guy with a dick, right? That's why she's waving it around like that. And she can't stop. She can't stop finding fault with the men and driving the good men away. She can't stop behaving in a manner that is inconsistent to attracting a good man. Her attitude alone does not encourage the good man, to go and hang out in her direction. And I don't mean her personally, because she's just making a video, right? And I'll point over to her channel. And don't give her a hard time, guys. You know what I mean? We don't need to do that. Can let other people do that sort of stuff. Does not make us look good. Not that we need to, look good. We need to be honest about the situation and express the situation. But at the same time, we don't want to be stupid about things either. So, yeah, I think this is just her outro.
To this party, something tells me that you do. So I need you to go share this video with her. Help her get in on our romance revolution because, hi, we're changing the way that you think about dating and relationships over here. One video at a fucking time. Love it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Do not forget I have a live stream happening this evening, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's just a little bit away from now. And I would love to see you there. I'm gonna be answering questions, talking about this cool new project I have going on that I really want you to be a part of. So tune into that, 6 p.m. EST right here. The event page will be in the description box below too. And until next time, I'll see ya.
Okay. The Hawaiian theme music. Gotta like that. So there you go, right? I thought that would be worth checking out. And she's got a lot more of these videos in a similar vein. So, yeah, something about the romance revolution where she's teaching the girls, how to look at the situation in order to get together with the men and, to get themselves some good avocados, to make good guacamole, and to avoid all those bananas. I suspect that she probably does, some sort of life coach training and romance revolution training for the women. So, yeah, we appreciate that. We appreciate her stopping by. And as I said, I'll point to her channel in the description below. And I hope she doesn't mind that we used one of her videos. And she's got a lot of videos, too. Yeah. And she's got a, fairly big-sized channel, too. Okay. Let me check out what's going on. Let's get her. Well, if we're going to leave her face on the screen, let's get it. There you go. There you go. Give me that banana. There you go. All right, let's leave her right there. right? Because this is how the women feel about where have all the good men gone. But this is what happens when you keep empowering the women, when you keep giving in to their, entitlements. They become more and more bitchy, and more, you just can't bear to be with them. Just horrible company, demanding, insufferable. And there's no checks on their behavior. And this is the reason why they can't attract the good man, because their behavior just keeps getting worse and worse, and there's always a lower grade of man that will, give in to them. But then they start to lose their looks, and they become more and more desperate, And what we're concerned with, as MGTOW, are the ones who go full radical feminist and hateful and destructive towards men, and then perpetuate this poisonous attitude out there into the world. Because that's the part that's literally attacking men and poisoning the atmosphere and the social environment that the man is in. So the individual women, it's like we don't really need to be so concerned about that. Let them be. They'll do what they'll do, and they'll live their sad lives and become cat ladies, right? No man will hang around with them, and the man that will hang around with them, he's not going to be much of a man for long, right? She'll chip away. You can't give up on your morals and your principles and your ethics and the things that you believe in. You can't let a woman dominate you as a man without it destroying your masculine nature, right? A woman can let a man dominate her, and it doesn't destroy her, her feminine nature. It actually fits in fairly well. Were you guys here last night? Check that one out with, the crazy lesbian, curly-haired, purple-haired lesbian going after Shoe on Head, right? Trying to pull her, in bed together and trying to pull her down and talking about BDSM. Sorry, I forgot what I was talking about. But I'm not joking. I mean, it's really there, Some of you were here. You remember. So what's going on? How am I doing? How many people are here? And am I gaining or losing people? Because if I'm losing people, I'm pissed. Okay. So we've done really well. We've gotten up to 114 people. That is awesome. I'm trying to, build up, schedule. We've got more going on here. Let me see what's going on over there in Super Chat as well, Super Chat Town. So Joe, buddy, is helping me out. The dumb cunt gets bananas because she's a slut. Yeah, or hot dogs, but she likes the jumbos. Oh, I'm sorry. Lionel, a little more money for the Howard Dare channel. And, we use it to support the Howard Dare channel and send out the MGTOW message. Support the MGTOW message. Support the other, MGTOW channels, right? Like their videos. Share their videos. Give them comments. Give them advice. Give them encouragement. You don't have to, donate, and if you can't, don't, right? I want you guys to be built up and to become strong and to become financially independent, right? That's part of being a strong man, is that, you've got yourself plenty of money and you're not worried, right? And you're working hard and it's being effective, enlightened self-interest. Remember, the safe word is banana. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so they want to be dominated, right? And it doesn't hurt them, right? But it does. It does hurt a man. It even hurts a little boy, to be told that he's no different from a woman. It hurts him. Part of his nature is to offer protection and provision, Okay. Just checking out some other things. What I'm trying to figure out is how many... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, don't let me screw this up. Mute it. Yeah, there you go. Way to go. Okay, I got to like this video, right? I forget to like my own videos. I want you guys to develop a strong digital social media presence, right? It's like, oh, making a few $1,000s a month online would be terrible. That would be wrong. No, it wouldn't be. Okay? Men need to be strong. Men built these networks. We built this stuff. And it's actually used to benefit feminists and socialists. Libtards. I don't like it. I want it to be helping my fellow men, fellow MGTOW. And as I said, I believe MGTOW are the, best hope for the future. Because I don't see how the women get put back in their place unless someone's willing to speak the truth and say it, and tell it like it is. I don't see how it's going to happen. So, MGTOW, be true to yourself, And, this doesn't mean that other men get to tell you what to do. You will find the more you go down the MGTOW path, the stronger and the more independent you become. And the more required you are to seek out your own counsel, your own wisdom, and to follow it. And when people are like, trying to knock you off course, it's like, what the hell's going on here? I thought this person was my friend. It's like, no, apparently they're not. So they can't help it. Or maybe they can. And maybe they're doing it on purpose. So the stronger you become, you become a little more isolated. I'm sorry. But it's okay. Because you become strong enough to deal with the situation. That's what you need. You don't need the world and the people around you to go easy on you. Okay? You need to be strong enough so that no matter what happens and no matter what they do, that you'll be just fine. And that's what we're working towards. I can take a plant and I can give it a whole bunch of the wrong chemicals that'll make it grow really fast. But at the end, it will bear terrible fruit. It'll be big, there'll be lots of it, but it won't be very good. Okay? Or I can treat a plant, a living creature, a living being, the right way, that it needs to be treated. Okay? It might not grow as fast. It might not seem to grow as much. But at the end, the same amount of time as the other one to grow a large amount of very poor quality stuff, by doing it this other way, you will grow just as much of very, very high quality stuff. Okay? And I don't care if we're talking about bananas, or if we're talking about avocados, or if we're talking about tomatoes, or if we're talking about people. All right? Let them have a bit of a hard time, Let them learn to support and be strong, support themselves and be strong. The women are given everything they want because they're pretty, and it destroys them. Right? Look at the girl. I was talking about her last night, stabbed her date. Yeah, she probably had some mental problems and, was going through some, psychological drug problems and all kinds of stuff. But, yeah, it's like, well, let it go, right? She's a pretty young girl, got a promising future. A lot of older men speak out for her. They feel sorry for her. Gee, I wonder why, Are they doing her a favor? Right? Probably not. Probably not. No, there's no reason to be ridiculously cruel to people. But they're probably not doing her a favor. That, again, was on the podcast last night. Hey, do me a favor. If you have some time, check out the Google Hangout podcast that went on for 8 hours. And I know you can't really watch it, right? But just do me a favor and click on it and watch it for about 15 seconds because it's 8 hours long. And I want to see what happens if the numbers and the views go way up on it. Aha. Thanks for the super chat, Jillian. I appreciate it. I want to see what happens if the numbers go way up on it. Because I'm sure YouTube is using the algorithm to kind of like undercut us and belittle us and make it so we can't really grow. And there's all kinds of weird stuff going on. So help me out. Just click on that Google Hangout. And I'm going to do these now twice a week is what I think I'm going to do. And I think I'm going to do them Wednesday night and Saturday night. And I'm going to leave it, as an open hangout where I just invite you guys in. And as long as, thanks for the support, Jay Hess, as long as someone isn't going crazy, in the hangout, or like their microphone is all out of control, or they've just got a whole bunch of background noise, then we'll just throw them out. But other than that, no. Come in, hang out, test out your equipment, exchange, have something to say, ask a question. And I'm even fine with the idea of just leaving the thing open, right, for the full 8 hours. Like I'll fall asleep, right? I'll have to hand it over to other people to take over and take, charge and stuff. But, that's cool too. But here's the thing, okay, is that it does hurt my channel because it's a super long video that's not going to get very many views. Okay, so in the rankings, YouTube algorithm is going to look at that and it's going to say, Howard Dare channel's not doing very well, So help me out, click on it, screw the algorithm, show them, right? Because they're trying to stamp out MGTOW. Thanks for the support, das Kunst. Enjoy the show, HD. Thank you. Yeah, we're trying to make improvements, and I believe that there's a lot of things that we can do, just to make it more interactive and a little bit more fun. And as I said, Google Hangouts, marathon, 24 hours at Lamaze, Google Hangouts, 8 hours, twice a week. That's the plan. But we'll see how it works out, right? Like if there's no one there, right? Like I'm not going to leave a hangout with just 1 or 2 people on it, sitting up for 8 hours. But if there's, 5 or 6 people, they're talking, yeah, hell yeah, I don't care. I like that because I want you guys to become strong in digital social world. And it takes practice, right? And I think that if you want, should be able to make money at it too, right? There's ways. Look at, some of the things that the other guys are doing, especially in MGTOW, right? And if anybody starts telling you that a man shouldn't make money, just smack him. Just smack him across. No, don't smack him, right? Get a windshield wiper, right? That was invented by a woman, and then just smack him. No, I'm joking. Wait a minute. Well, I don't have the right sound effect. The sound effect I need for that is the opening of Beethoven's Fifth. Dun 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 dun. And I'll get it too. Oh man. Give me a second. Okay, so as you know, Hillary Clinton is trying to excuse away her loss in the election, and she was just a really, really bad candidate, and she's trying to use the whole Russia situation, and it's backfiring in her face. Here's the other clip from Hillary that I like so much.
I'd ask.
Wait a minute, where the hell are you, bitch? Oh, she's over there. I'm sorry. Got to get rid of her.
Well, the choice for working families has never been clearer. I need your help to get Donald Trump's record out to everybody.
Right. You can tell that she's completely crazy. So when she's talking, it's like here you can tell, right? There's just no restraint. The crazy is out. But when she's talking at other times, it's like this constant effort to not let this crazy part of her out. It's like she's been made aware. It's like she's her own worst enemy, her own thoughts.
Nobody should be fooled.
It's like the Wicked Witch of the West or something. hold on. Let me see if I can add. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Oh, wrong color. All right, well, it's not exactly high quality graphics here, but let's see. All right, let's keep trying there. There you go. Just giving her a little witch hat. Because it's Halloween. It's Halloween. No, we're not going to fill that in. Oh, well, we've already started. Now, at some point, we're going to be able to get this like a high level, teacher coming in and drawing on the blackboard. But it's going to take a little bit more support for the Howard Dare channel.
He proudly declared himself 100% right to work. He even hired a union-busting firm to break up an organizing campaign at his hotel in Las Vegas, where you are right now. And he built up his wealth by stiffing small businesses and contractors. That goes against everything we stand for as a country. My dad was a small businessman. I'm just happy he never did business with Trump.
Yeah, Trump is happy about that too. We're all happy about that. Let's see. Wait a minute. Let's give her the Hitler mustache. All right. There you go. Wait a minute.
And bargain collectively. And I will fight back against so-called right to work. Right to work is wrong for workers and wrong for America. Now, having said all this, why aren't I 50 points ahead, you might ask?
Yep, there you go. Joe Buddy, the country's so stupid, she lost a rigged election. Yeah, exactly. It's true. She really did. 95% chance she was going to win. That's what they said on the news. Yeah. Yeah, she deserves the Hitler stash. She really does. Yeah, anybody who, this is my theory on the Hitler mustache, okay, is that anybody who accuses anybody else of being a fascist, or being just like Hitler, boom, that is when they get the mustache. So there you go. I'm sure there's a way, if I, did it on post-production, that I could actually attach the stash directly to the graphic image. You know what I mean? I would just have to isolate the image. One of the things I'm working on right now is three-dimensional positioning, even within photographs. You know what I mean? Like this is just laying something over the top of the two-dimensional image. And whenever the image moves, whatever's laid on the top of it, it doesn't move. So it looks like it's, just laid on top. But there are ways to do it that, the system recognizes where it is in the three-dimensional space. And that's really what I need to do. And then even basic animation done with that in mind, I think would look really, convincing. Let me get up the video, though, that I wanted to talk about on her. I just couldn't resist making fun of her. Let's get rid of that video. Let's get rid of that. Okay, yeah, this is Hillary Clinton getting questioned about the Russia investigation now turning onto her, right? And it's gotten even worse because of the whole John Podesta situation and his involvement now, and his brother's involvement with that. And, you know, I mean, you guys know what this really is. You really do. You know, because all this money goes to the Clinton Foundation, and then all of these otherwise impossible government favors go out to our enemies and go out to Russia. You know, so it's the people in these positions of authority and power selling the resources and the security of America out from under America by getting these back-end kickbacks into their institutions and organizations. I mean, there's going to be no doubt. You know what I mean? There's going to be direct evidence that shows that the Russian agency was looking to get control of America's uranium supply, and that we would never do that. And then hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars got funneled into the Clinton Foundation and through John Podesta. And then it was sold out from under us. That's going to be uncovered, right? So when Hillary Clinton and the Democrats started all these accusations against Trump and his Russia scandal, which there's absolutely no evidence there because, you know, it's made up bullshit, right? They knew that there was this real evidence of them having sold out the resources of America. That's what they've been doing. That's what globalism is, okay? It's selling out your national interests to the highest bidder. So if China steps forward and says to the governor of the city, hey, we would like to buy all the toll bridges, you know, in your city, we'll take responsibility. We'll take care of the roads. Right? But we get to charge the tolls, and the money goes to us. And we control your roads. Right? The mayor, the governor is like, well, I'll never get away with that. Right? You know, so then all of a sudden, you know, $100 million gets donated to some, you know, institution of his, and suddenly he's making it happen. That's what's going on. And, you know, when the American people are wondering, it's like, gee, I wonder why the Chinese people are controlling our highways. I wonder why the Russians are controlling our uranium. And it's like, because the government officials within there sold those interests, your interests, out to the highest bidder. Because that's what it's all about, right? It's about taking care of number one. Right? So they took care of number one themselves. Okay, so like I said, now this whole thing is blowing up right in her face because it's going to uncover her and her graft and her corruption and the way that she really, you know, does politics and what she's really doing in politics. And it's going to exonerate Trump. It's going to say, you know, nothing happened here. So let's take a look at how she is addressing these charges as of earlier today or the day before. She's on her book tour.
There's been no credible evidence by anyone. In fact, it's been debunked repeatedly and will continue to be debunked. But here's what they're doing, and really, I have to give them credit. You know, Trump and his allies, including Fox News, are really experts at distraction and diversion. So the closer the investigation...
So she's suggesting, you know, that the real scandal here is the connection between Trump and Russia in the election. There's nothing there. There's no evidence. We know that. Now they're uncovering evidence, as I said, about the uranium deal with her State Department and the Clinton Foundation money and the direct connection to, you know, Podesta, his group, who was her chief of staff. So she's trying to lie and, you know, like weasel her way out of this. And the American people, they see through it. That's why she lost the election. So, but she doesn't get it. You know what I mean? She doesn't get it. We know she's crooked. We know this is what she does. We know that she sells out the interests of the people. We know that's what the left does for their own betterment.
Investigation about real Russian ties between Trump associates and real Russians.
Sorry. I just wanted to put some menacing figure up there. The real Russian connection.
As we heard Jeff Sessions finally admit to in his testimony the other day, the more they want to just...
Look at this bullshit. Okay, she knows she's lying. She knows she's putting out more of this political bullshit. You know, there's a 95% chance that Hillary Clinton will win the election. She knows that's what she's doing. And she's grinning like an idiot. Like she's like, yeah. She's not a very good liar.
throw mud on the wall, and I'm their favorite target, me and, President Obama.
You want to see a good liar? Here, let me show you a good liar.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman. These allegations are false.
Look at that. You see that? Oh, sorry. That's not going to work. Watch again, okay? At no time does he flinch. At no time does his expression change. Okay? Technically, he's actually convinced himself that he's not lying, right? Because he's, said that sexual relations is, intercourse. Okay? This is a good liar.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Smooth. You see that? He didn't flinch.
These allegations are false.
Technically true. Especially since he believes it, right? So you could have had a lie detector test hooked up to him right there, and he would have passed. Okay? Compare that to Hillary Clinton, right? Every time she tells a lie, her face is going to contort into this stupid, retarded grin.
We're the ones that they always like to put into the crosshair.
Yeah, let's play that again.
There's
It's
been
short.
No credible evidence by anyone. In fact, it's been debunked.
Okay, she just blinked, right? And now she's curling her lips.
Repeatedly.
Okay, and there she just overstated her expression.
And will continue to be debunked. But here's what...
Okay, and there she just blinked twice and basically kind of like went into a nod zone to go along with the previous lie.
They're doing. And really, I have to give them...
Okay, now she's turned her perspective in the other direction, so now she's going to try to insert some serious bullshit.
Credit.
Okay, now she's smiling and joking and trying to win approval.
Trump and his allies, including Fox News.
Okay, now she's expressing her actual feelings, okay? A kind of, just visceral kind of like, feelings and things like that. Now she's actually like testing out who's who. This is what they do.
Are really experts at distraction and diversion. So the closer...
Double blink. Now she's resetting herself because she told a lie. She just made some shit up. Anyway.
The investigation about real...
There you go. Okay? When you're telling the truth, you don't make expressions like that. You don't overplay it that much. You just say what you have to say. Okay. I gotta put somebody else's face up there, not so ugly. I gotta put someone pretty up there. Okay, there you go. Lord Sidious. Yeah. Last Jedi. It's coming out, I think around Christmas time. She's going to kick some serious ass. I'm looking forward to it. She's going to be the last Jedi. She's going to save the universe. The Force itself is changing, okay? It's no longer separated into the light and the dark side of the Force. It's becoming a single giant force that's grayed out. The characters are going to, have to reflect that. She will, of course, kick ass. On everyone and everything. And if she doesn't, you would be like insulting women. So she's probably going to have to kill Luke Skywalker. You know what I mean? He's probably going to do something really stupid and female and emotional, and she's probably going to have to rescue him, but he's probably going to die anyway. Right? And then she's going to turn to the, she's going to turn, right? Like partly to the dark side of the Force. And she's going to use her anger and her rage to defeat Kylo Ren again. And even though, right, he's real strong, she's just going to beat the shit out of him. And then she's going to go and get grabbed by his master. Okay? Right? And then she's going to be in serious trouble. And then the other guy, the Black Star pilot, right? The black guy, who is a fine character. He's going to have to come and rescue her. And together, this is my prediction for the movie. I don't know what's really going to happen. He and, the guy are going to beat the master of Kylo Ren. And, but in doing so, they will have turned to the dark side of the Force. And I think that that's where it'll kind of end. So there you go. That's my prediction. So there you go. So now you don't have to go see the movie. I'm joking. You can still go see the movie. Just having something to drink, restoring my energy. It takes a lot to keep the Howard Dare channel going. It really does. I'm sorry I wasn't able to do a video today. I just got too much going on. No time. I'd like to do the videos in advance so that I can give YouTube a chance to clear them. Look, you work on something for, 4 or 5 hours, and then you put it out there, and before a single person watches it, YouTube has said, this is unsuitable. And it's got nothing to do. They haven't watched it. They don't know. It's got nothing to do with the title. It's got nothing to do with what's in it. It's just got to do with who's putting it out. If you understand what I'm saying, that's all it has to do with. So that, that feels bad. It's wrong. It's a fundamental injustice. Okay? And it makes my blood boil. In a fundamental way. So you're going to take a video from somebody else whose ideology you agree with, and you're going to say, this video is okay, and they're saying all this kind of terrible stuff and doing all these kind of terrible things. And you're going to take another video that's not doing anything wrong, but it's an ideology that you don't agree with, which says, that men are being abused, men are being treated as disposable utilities, and they need to wake up. Men need to become strong and independent. Okay? Men are not dependents of the state and of the group. And you don't want to be in that position, right? Even though that's what they train you to be as a young man. But they're training you to be a servant and a slave to the group. And you need to not let that happen. So that's the message. And they're like, no, that's a bad message. You can't put that out there. That's unsuitable. It's not unsuitable. But they think it is. So if I want to tell you how to get healthy, that's an unsuitable message. But if I want to tell you to go eat at McDonald's, that's a suitable message. If I want to tell you to not worship women, that, like the most important thing in the world is getting laid, building a family, and it's a trap. In this day and age, it's a trap. Look, if you have a car and you go out on the street, okay, a cop can pull you over for any reason. It doesn't have to be a reason. And he can say, let me see your license. Let me see your registration. Let me see your proof of insurance. And I'm going to run your record right now. I'm going to run all of it. And you better go along with it. And if he says, I'm suspicious, I want to look around in your car, there's really not a whole lot you can do. I mean, you might be able to, you know what I mean? Like, you might have a legal right to say no, but chances are it's just going to escalate the situation. So the minute you get in that car and get on that road, the state has a right to stop you and to say, who are you? Give it, show me your papers. I'm going to run this. I'm going to check all of this. But if you're on a bike, can they do the same thing? It's like, well, I don't have any ID. I don't carry ID on a bike ride. So they can't stop you. So the point is that they're not allowed to stop you. But under certain conditions, they are. If you get married, oh my God, what they're allowed to do to you, if your wife says, I'm afraid of him, they can come in, they can just take everything away from you and put you in jail on her word. If she's having a bad day, if her mood isn't, she's not in a good mood, if you disagreed with her, if you argued with her, she can just call the police. And it won't matter what you say. It won't matter what the truth is. So how can you, if you're a good man, even exist in that situation? It's like you and me, we're going to make a deal, okay? And it's a big deal. It involves $100,000, okay? And, if you screw it up, you're going to lose like $25,000. And if you get it right, you're going to earn like $25,000, okay? So it's an important deal to you, right? But here's the thing. I have an eject button. At any time, I can press a button and you'll go flying out of your chair, out into space, and you'll hit the ground. And it'll just be over. And nobody, can blame me or anything like that. They'll just be, I don't care. Nothing at all happens here, right? So you're saying that you want the $25,000, right? And I'm saying I want the $25,000. And you say, well, I might be willing to accept, $20,000 and, move 5,000 over in your direction. And I put my hand on the eject button and I say to you, no, I'll take all of it. What do you say? You know what I mean? If you're in that position, you can't say anything. It's like, so, I wouldn't do that. Okay. I really wouldn't do that. I would split the difference with you, but I would make you fight for it. Right. I would start low and I would make you fight all the way, I'd make you barter it out and see what kind of nerves you have. So the woman has that eject button all the time. So where have all the good men gone? What kind of a man would put himself in that situation with an entitled princess? Oh yeah, let's have some kids here, right? And if she gets mad, it's over. Everything's, it's all done. It's over. The future's gone because she got mad because she didn't like the haircut. Or she was just in a bad mood that day. She didn't take a multivitamin the day before. Whatever. Your life is over. What happened? What happened to my chat? I'd burn it. Everything burns. The Joker. Yeah, it's a good quote. I think that's when he's like burning all the money. Just checking out the chat. Okay, maybe he's not so pretty. Oh God, but he's prettier than her. Sorry, people. Let me get some music going. So, as I said, I'm thinking, that I'll do the Google Hangouts twice a week. And that Hey, did you guys remember to share and like the video? There's still a little time to support the Howard Dare channel. Keep it going. Thinking I'll do the Google Hangouts twice a week. Thinking that I'll do these like maybe 3 times a week, and I'll try to get in, you know, the MGTOW, the regular MGTOW videos in the mornings. But I might be making those a little bit shorter lately. But I'm going to need your support in all these things, you know. Like Google Hangout tomorrow, you know, I need participation is the whole thing, right? And kind of doing it with you guys in mind, right? To just try stuff out. It's no big deal, you know, but I'll screw you up if you screw up my podcast. I will. And I'm getting more and more protective of the whole situation. And it's a little hard, you know, but, you know, it's like a ship, okay? And the ship has to stay on course. You know what I mean? And I'm like the captain. Or whoever's in charge is like the captain. And they have to keep it on course. And it's okay to chit-chat for a while. And, you know, just talk about stuff, but not for long. You know, only for a minute or two. You got to bring it right back to MGTOW. And I understand that, like, the only thing that a lot of guys can do in this situation is get their feelings out, you know, because they've held these things in for so long. And they're given such a hard time, you know, from the people in their lives that it's like, oh, okay, you get a chance to talk. And it's like, well, I got to tell you about what happened to me with this bitch, you know, and she accused me of this stuff. And it just gets lost, you know what I mean, in the individual story and the emotional upheaval of the situation. And I've got great sympathy for it and appreciation for it. But at the same time, you know, trying to put it out there so that the men are getting stronger. You know what I mean? This positive male message. So, you know, I need support and help in that. And one of the things I thought that I would do concerning that is, you know, finding guys that are really successful and doing really well in situations and then talking to them about that. You know what I mean? As opposed to somebody who's just, you know, like gone through a lot of stuff and they just can't stop talking about that one event. You know, like I appreciate it. Like I said, and I've got this compassion and sympathy for it, but I'm trying to get them to go through it and get through it. You know, sometimes the only way to get through these things is to talk about them and to express them. This is why I encourage you guys, make videos, you know, make memes, do all those kind of things. I'll use them. I'll use good memes. And, you know, do me the favor, check out the, you know, the long MGTOW Google Hangout to screw up the YouTube algorithm for me, please. Because they screwed with me, and they screwed with all the other men's channels and all of the, you know, and all conservative channels. Just any channel that wasn't like a libtard retardation channel, they messed with it. They even messed with some of those, though, too, so it's weird. They may have messed with everything just to get it over to this mainstream media message. It's like YouTube TV and stuff like that. So, you know, we need this to survive, to get strong. And, you know, then it gets pulled out from under. And new ways have to be found. So, that's why I'm reaching out. Okay. What else are we doing here? I gotta get rid of the, Emperor. Gaba. Sorry, I had to get rid of her on the underside. Okay, there you go. Let's see what Arnold has to say.
I'm a cybernetic organism, living tissue over metal endoskeleton.
Thank you, Arnold. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by. There you go. All right, let's see if Bill has anything to say, closing it out.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman. These allegations are false.
I'm sorry. Like I said, it's just such a great example of good lying, you know? He's convinced himself that it's true. Actually, let me check out the chat, see what you guys have to say before I... How did we do? Okay, 65, but that's my fault, because we were just at 80, you know what I mean? And I just dropped it down with, you know, my stuff there. But how long have we been going? All right. I'm just checking through the chat before I close it out. I think, you know, thank you guys for stopping by. Omniscient Presence is here. Ghost Car is here. Evan Wolves is here. B&G Reviews is here. Mohammed G is here. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Norse Gamer is here. I appreciate it. Regulars are here, which I definitely appreciate. Like I said, we're not going for the biggest numbers. You know, we're going for the strongest MGTOW, for the strongest men, building you guys up. Staying Free MGTOW stopped by. Thanks for stopping by, Staying Free. Thanks for not, you know, throwing anybody out. I appreciate that. Howard Dare sent your email correspondence with... Howard Dare sent you an email correspondence with Meredith Hoffman. Yeah, I think that was the NBC girl, right? I got a letter from her. You know, it's obviously some sort of like hit piece or something like that. Yeah, all the good men left the friend zone. Exactly. Okay. So thanks for stopping by, everybody. I'm going to close it out. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, donate. Watch that other super long video. We'll have a Google MGTOW Hangout tomorrow night. And, you know, try to get some regular MGTOW videos and other podcasts like this one. So thanks for stopping by, everybody. And, you know, join me again, Howard Dare, as I plan to have more content for you.